All right, welcome back to the channel. This is Osaze Ekunwe. I sell homes, I sell landed properties in Nigeria, precisely Benin City, Nigeria, Edo State. I'm the CEO of Osaze Ekunwe Homes and Estates Limited, registered company in here in Nigeria. All right, I have been taking us on a series which I have tagged maximizing profit in real estate. Okay, how you can maximize profit in real estate. For those of us that are interested in real estate, now you need to know how profit can be maximized. That is how you can make more money, how you can increase your profit in real estate. So I've done several videos on this topic. Today I want to continue from where I stopped in my previous video. In my previous video, we talked about 5 types of real estate and how you can, maximize your profit in each of these types of real estate. We talked about residential real estate, commercial real estate, industrial real estate, raw land properties, and special use properties. So I remember we talked about residential properties in details, so I couldn't finish that topic. So I want to round it off today and move on to the next one. So still on residential properties, we talked about bungalow, blocks of flats, duplexes, on how you can maximize profit in these properties. If you are building a bungalow, you are building blocks of flats, you want to build a duplex, I remember I told us that I would recommend a block of flats or apartments building, which has to do with flats, apartments like 3-bedroom flat, 2-bedroom flats, room and parlor self-contained, or even a single room self-contained. These are the kind of property that will maximize your profit in real estate. Okay, this will maximize your profit in real estate. I mean, block of flats. Okay, 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom flat, room and parlor self-contained, single room self-contained. These are good, ways to make money in real estate ventures. Okay, now we also have terrace house building. A terrace house is built side by side with other terrace houses. Okay, these are buildings that are joined together, side by side. They are usually a long block of buildings. They are terrace. I'm talking about terrace house. They are usually a long block of buildings, built side by side. They are joined together, at a stretch. They are very long, and these kind of properties, they are also good if you can invest in them. You can rent them out, or you can begin to sell after building. We also have semi-detached houses. All right. What is a semi-detached house? Semi-detached house is one that is joined to another similar house. Semi-detached, as the name implies, semi-detached is not detached from the other one. So it's a house that is joined to another house. The similar pattern of building, on one side, they are joined together on one side. Similar design, similar, building. So that is a semi-detached house. It's also a good property. You can build it and let it out, or you can build and sell. All right. And we also have mansion houses. Mansion houses, they are usually, big houses with several rooms. Okay, they are usually family buildings, big family. They are large houses. Okay, built on big, size of land, that can accommodate a big family or large family. So in all of this, I still recommend you go for apartment building. Apartment building, I mean block of flats that have several apartments, 2-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flats, room and parlor self-contained, single room self-contained. These are, these are very good way to make money in real estate. Okay, this is a kind of property that can maximize your profit. Okay, building a bungalow, I said maybe you can build a bungalow for personal use. You cannot really maximize profit in a bungalow. Okay, even building a duplex, I still believe duplexes are built for personal use. You can't, because these are properties that cannot, you can't really maximize profit, because first of all, there are very few persons that can afford to rent a duplex. There are very few persons that can afford to rent a duplex, and the cost of renting these duplex are so high. So that has kind of that has a way of not maximizing your profits. Okay, so I will recommend that if you're interested in real estate, you want to have a building that will, as a source of income that will be generating money for you, I strongly advise you go for apartment building. Okay, block of flats, have several flats in these blocks, and at the end of the year you generate a lot of money. All right, so we are going to move on to the next one, which is commercial property. Commercial property is a product that includes office buildings. It includes office buildings, shopping malls, hotel buildings, hospitals, retail stores. These are all commercial properties. Farmland, industrial property, warehousing. These are commercial properties. This is another way to generate money in real estate. It's another good source of income. Okay, you can also maximize profit by having these kind of properties. All right, so maybe office buildings, shopping malls, hotel buildings, and so on. Now, like most people, they love to go into invest in shopping mall buildings, but shopping malls, is good. Shopping mall is a good investment, but most times you hardly get people to rent the upper floors. Okay, like in most shopping malls in Benin City, you have the down floor fully occupied, but people hardly go to the first floor, the second floor, or the third floor. People hardly go upstairs to rent shops, because reasons, they believe that customers don't like climbing upstairs to come and patronize, because as a result of that, most of these occupants, they prefer to rent the basement. They prefer to rent the basement. They don't like going upstairs to rent shops. All right, so that is one thing I also discovered about shopping mall. Shopping mall is good, but most of the shopping malls we have in Benin today, the basement, that is the down floor, they are fully occupied, but the first floor, second floor, third floor, they are usually empty. So that's one thing I've also discovered about shopping mall properties. So now, if you want to have a shopping mall, now I have what we call mixed properties. Mixed properties. All right, so it means that you can mix these properties together. For example, having a commercial property and combining a commercial and a residential property. You combine them together. All right, so mixed property is a type of real estate property that combines commercial and residential. It means if you want to have this mixed property, you have, like, for a shopping mall, for example, you're going to have shops at the basement. That is, at the down floor, you're going to have shops, lock-up shops at the down floor. The upstairs is that you're going to have a residential apartment upstairs, like you know, block or sorry, like a 2-bedroom flat, 3-bedroom flat, or you either have something else. Okay, so that will also help you to maximize profit in building a shopping mall. Don't just have lock up shops everywhere, up and down shops everywhere. No, because at the end of the day, people will prefer to occupy the down floor, and you know they won't go upstairs to rent the shops upstairs, because customers, like in Benin, they hardly climb upstairs to patronize these occupants. Okay, customers hardly go upstairs to patronize these shop owners. They prefer to just patronize the one downstairs and go away. Now, you can have a mixed property, like have shops downstairs, then upstairs you have maybe residential apartment. Or alternatively, if you have a big space for this shopping mall, then you can have shops downstairs. Then the first floor could be an event hall. Okay, event hall. You can have an event hall, first floor, second floor. You have large halls where people can come and do their events. All right. So that is what I have I have to recommend, or what I'm going to suggest for you, if you are the type that want to build a shopping mall. Okay, don't just build it shouldn't be stores all in all the floors. It shouldn't be lock up stores everywhere. You have shops down, then upstairs you can have an event hall. All right, you can have an event hall. First floor event hall, second floor event hall. People will come and rent this event hall for events. Thereby you make more money. All right. So some of these event halls, they are going for like average of 300,000 per hall, 200,000 per hall, or 150,000 per hall. It also depends on the facilities you have in these halls. All right, it depends on the facilities you have in the event halls. It can go for 200,000, 250,000, 300,000 for just one day. All right, so you see, at the end of the day, you'll be able to maximize profit in this shopping mall building. All right, so take note of that. You can mix it, have shops downstairs, have event halls, maybe first floor, second floor, you have event halls. Money we keep coming to you. Unlike you just build shops everywhere, they will just occupy the dance store, the dance the basement, or the downstairs, and the first floor and other floors upstairs will be abandoned. Nobody would like to go there because it's not easy to climb. All right. So the next one we are looking at is industrial property. Industrial property is used for industrial purposes. All right, like manufacturing, warehousing, and factory office. Industrial properties, they are very good. Now, this kind of properties, you build these properties, so that industry factories can come and make use of them. All right, if you have a land somewhere, the land is just there, and you know that if you're able to build maybe like something like a warehouse, people will factories can come and rent it and begin to use it for production, or they can be used as a warehouse. All right, so we refer to these properties as industrial properties. It's a very good source of income. All right, it's a good source of income. If you can have something like this, a lot of factories will come, they will come for it, and it can also be used as a warehouse. It's just a big hall. You just build and roof. You ensure that it's high so that trucks can go in and out. Now, there are a lot of factories that really need this kind of property for their business. All right. So the next one is raw land. Raw land. We are talking about empty land now. Raw land, property. Now, these are empty plots of land that you can also, maximize profit on by converting it to one or two things. Like these empty plots of land, if they are in open locations, you can use them as an event feed. Okay, an event feed where people can come and have their event, open feed event, like an open feed event feed. So you can have it, maybe can have it for so many things. Either you use it as an event ground, or you can just have some lock-up shops in front of this empty land. In front of the empty land, you can have lock-up shops, that will generate money for you. It's a good source of income. Don't just abandon your empty land. Think of what you can do with it. If it's accessible, if it's in a good location, it can go for an event feed, open feed event. If it's not big enough for such purpose, you can have shops on it. At the front, you just build lock-up shops, and you have the empty space at the back, which can also be rented for other purposes. Okay, now having these shops in front of this land can give you income every year or every month. All right, so don't just abandon your empty plot of land. Make use of it, and you will make money from it. Now we have the next one is the special use real estate. Special use real estate, okay, or special use property. Special use property. Now it is a property that has a limited utility. This kind of property has a